What's up, guys? Ashili Sports deliver to you the preview of the Saturday Premier League fixtures of the following: Watford versus Liverpool, Manchester City versus Burnley, and the surprising Brentford versus league table top settler Chelsea. Now, we start with Liverpool, but before then, subscribe and hit the notification button. Liverpool, you will never walk alone, will look to continue their impressive start to the Premier League season on Saturday when they travel to face Watford at Vicarage Road. Liverpool drew 2-2 against Manchester City at Anfield in their last Premier League match to extend their unbeaten start to the Premier League campaign to 7. Watford have appointed one of the world-respected and experienced coaches in the Premier League, Claudio Ranieri, prior to the sacking of their coach going into Saturday early home fixture of the Premier League. Now, Ranieri, as an experienced coach, did not promise gold and silver, but make the club, fans and board understood that it's a survivor for Watford this season and can't promise anything more than 40 points. Also, promise his players that if they get a clean sheet against Liverpool, he will pay for dinner for all of the players. This is the first Premier League meeting between Watford and Liverpool since February 2020, when the Hornets won 3-0 to end the Reds club record 44-game unbeaten league run and their joint Premier League record 18 games winning streak. Liverpool's 0-3 loss against Watford last time out ended an 8-game unbeaten league run against the Hornets 1-7-1. They have never lost back-to-back league games against the Hertfordshire side before. 6 of the 7 Premier League meetings between Watford and Liverpool at Vicarage Road have seen at least one team score 3 goals, with Watford doing so on 3 occasions and Liverpool 4, including 3-3 draw in August 2017. After losing 6 of 7 Premier League games between February and March, Liverpool are now unbeaten in their last 17 in the top flight, won 12 and drew 5. The Reds could also become the first ever English top flight side to score 3+ goals in 7 consecutive away games in all competitions. Liverpool's Mohamed Salah, the Egyptian king, has 8 goals in his 6th Premier League appearance against Watford, including his first ever goal for the Reds, August 2017, and his first ever Premier League hat-trick, which was March 2018. Mohamed Salah has scored in each of his last 7 appearances in all competition for Liverpool. He never scored in 8 consecutive matches in his career within the Big 5 European leagues. Liverpool Sadio Mane has scored 99 Premier League goals, as well as potential becoming just the 3rd African player to reach 100 in the competition after Didier Drogba and Mohamed Salah. Mane could be just the 3rd player to score 100+ Premier League goals without any of them being penalties, after Les Ferdinand 149 and Emile Heskey 110. With all the information provided, expect over 2.5 goals scored in this game, but I go a win for Liverpool because of their incredible run so far this season. Now we take a look at Manchester City hosting Burnley at the Etihad Stadium on Saturday at 3 p.m. GMT, which would mean goals harvest for City. Burnley coach Sean Dyche haven't really got the antidote to Pep Man City, and here is why. Man City last 4 home games against Burnley in all competition have finished 5-0 to the citizens. No team in English football has ever won 5+ home games in a row against an opponent by 5+ goals before. Burnley have lost each of their last 8 meetings with Manchester City in all competition by an aggregate score of 3-1. Manchester City have taken 28 points from their last 30 available against Burnley in the Premier League, won 9 and drew 1. Burnley are winless in their last 10 league games, drew 3 and lost 7. The longest current run without a win in the top 4 ties of English football. However, each of their last 4 Premier League victories have come away from home. Riyad Mahrez has scored more Premier League goals against Burnley than he has versus any other side in the competition. 7 of these 8 goals have been in 5 games with Manchester City, including a hat-trick in this exact fixture last season. Gabriel Jesus has been involved in 6 goals in his 6 Premier League starts for Manchester City this season, 2 goals and 2 assists, with his 4 assists as many as he managed in 29 appearances in the competition competition last season. As already said, it's goal harvest for Pep City. So my prediction is Manchester City win by scoring 5 goals or more. Now we look at the London derby. Chelsea make a short trip across London to face their London rivals, Brentford, in the Premier League on Saturday night at the Brentford Community Stadium. It is the first game back from the October international break as Thomas Tuchel's Blues look to continue their title charge, sitting at the top of the table 1 point clear of Liverpool. Chelsea are only 4 points clear of new boys, Brentford, who have made an impressive start to live in the top flight. They are in 7th, winning 3 of their opening 7 games, just losing on 1 occasion. Brentford are winless in their last 6 meetings with Chelsea in all competitions, drew 1 and lost 5, since a 3-1 away win in February 1939. This is the first league meeting between the sides since a 2-0 win for the Blues in March 1947. Chelsea have won their last 2 meetings with Brentford by a 4-0 scoreline, with both of these fixtures coming in the FA Cup, February 2013 and January 2017. Brentford have already drawn with Crystal Palace and beaten both Arsenal and West Ham this season. They are the first team in the Premier League history to remain unbeaten in each of their first 3 London derby matches in the competition. Chelsea have won each of their last 6 away London derbies in the Premier League and could become the first team in English Football League history, top 4 ties, to win 7 such games in a row. Chelsea have the best shot conversion rate in the Premier League this season, 15.3%, as well as the best difference between goals scored, 15, and expected goals, 11.8. At the other end, meanwhile, Chelsea have the best difference between goals conceded, 3, and expected goals against, 8.5 in the Premier League this term. Chelsea have had more different goal scorers than any other Premier League side so far this season. Only Arsenal in 2009-2010 have had more different goal scorers in their first 7 games of Premier League campaign, 13. Yohan Wissa has scored 5 goals in his last 5 appearances in all competitions for Brentford, averaging a goal every 47 minutes for the Beast this season. Of all Premier League players in all competitions this season, only Marcus Fos, 37, and Cameron Archie, 46, have a better minutes per goal rate than the Congolese forward, though neither of those players have scored in the Premier League so far. Chelsea's Timo Werner scored his first goal in 10 Premier League games against Southampton last time out. The German has only scored in consecutive league appearances once for the Blues, doing so in November 2020. Timo also netted a brace during the international break for Germany, and this might be the turning point for his scoring inconsistency. Brentford are very stubborn, particularly playing at the Brentford Community Stadium, frustrating opponents, and it's very difficult to win against them at home. But Chelsea sitting on top of the league table will highly motivate them to get a win in this local derby. Subscribe, like, share. Check my preview between Leicester and Manchester United, and remember to turn the notification on. You will be the first to view when we upload new video.